As the sun starts to rise, there are many different reasons why people go cruising. Guests enjoy the ocean. Guests enjoy pristine beaches. Guests enjoy elegance while sailing. Guests really enjoy the games and variety of onboard activities. Meeting new people, learning new cultures and things, plus traveling to multiple destinations, enjoying spectacular food and drinks, and choosing to pick the variety of food items. Boy, do I enjoy cruising. I have had an interest in cruise ships and traveling all my life. It has been fascinating to watch the cruise industry evolve and grow. There are many cruise vacations to choose from, to the ultra luxury to budget friendly, all of which have its own market demographics. And with modern massive ships, this is why cruise reviews are so helpful, and why a conversation needs to be had with how these cruise review experts were treated. As a cruise influencer myself, I believe some things need to be addressed. Cruise companies are working harder than ever to bring you top performers and entertainment for you to enjoy, and much of it is digitally enhanced with the use of computer screens and eye-popping light shows. There will be a variety of live music performances, eloquent and splashy production shows, and top-rated comedy acts. You'll still find musicians, jugglers, and music reviews, and so much more.
Yeah, baby! Yeah.
Prepare for fun times on some of the best party cruises at sea. One of the best things about cruising is that each day and each night is full of wow-worthy surprises.
That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like.
For kids, teens, young adults, older adults, mature adults, seniors, and everything in between. Which is why cruise ships are extremely popular. And with so many cruise lines to choose from, here's why passengers read reviews looking for tips and tricks and want to be kept up to date on cruise news. This is also why guests embrace balanced cruise critics, frequent cruisers, such as myself, who has been on over 50 cruises. Having said that, it's deeply unfortunate what happened earlier this week.
What you talking about?
What are we talking about? Popular cruise critics, bloggers, Ben and David, that has over 247,000 subscribers. Allegedly, they were told in a recent MSC sailing they could not film and even take private video on their cell phones.
Oh, wow. That's terrible.
They have such a massive audience, and I really enjoy watching their videos and hope to be big like them one day. Currently, their videos have garnered over 53.7 million views.
But we have a pretty big conundrum that has gone viral on YouTube involving two content creators. Well, they have one channel together. They're a couple.
First of all, strongly suggesting.
And one of the big changes that they had made on this ship from previous ships before,
They were banned from filming on board a specific cruise ship. That caused them to want to leave the cruise.
And you know what? These cruise ships are terrible.
it was a lot, yo.
Really wanted to be a proper YouTuber at the time.
This is the last ever time we go on MSC. We're not undergoing this again. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's freedom of bloody speech. We can give a review, and if they're so unconfident and so scared of us putting something out, they've had to block us. I mean, that's pretty pathetic.
I see both sides in this situation. Their right to take pictures and guest rights to privacy. Folks have to understand we're living in an age of social media, and advancement in technology and AI is expanding and is not going anywhere anytime soon. Saying that, people should also have a right to privacy. One of the disadvantages of social media is its exposure of people's private lives to the online world and worldwide audience. Yes, a person's right to privacy has become a contentious issue with regards to social media. and what is collected by technologies, digital tools, and apps. The consequences of oversharing online and not protecting your privacy can be significant, particularly for children and teens and vulnerable populations. For example, posting photos from your trip you're currently on could alert criminals that you're currently out of town or on vacation. Oversharing on social media comes with risk. Does the right to privacy extend to social media? In short, the Fourth Amendment applies in situations where an individual has a reasonable expectation of privacy. However, this standard cannot be satisfied in social networking when you are out in public, particularly in a large crowd. Perhaps this is why more privacy laws should be passed. Likewise, you should not share everything on social media. The only way to keep things private is to not publish them on the internet. Don't publish anything you don't want everyone to know about. Businesses need to be wise and know how to leverage social media to grow their business. And that would involve engaging customers, being respectful, showing courtesy, knowing how to handle customer service. In the case of MSC Cruise, learning how to handle disagreements, particularly a small issue involving a camera.
Coming across as aggressive or argumentative, you might think that these things won't show to the other person, but they will absolutely come out through your tone of voice, through your body language. And is this acting and behaving like a true leader, or is this simply being deferential and adopting someone else's viewpoint?
Cruise blogger, travel influencers on social media are very important to passengers. They read their reviews. They use these for tips and guide them in their cruise selection. Cruise lines should offer additional training on customer service. Crew should not overreact. There is nothing wrong with having a disagreement. However, paying customers should be treated with respect, and when there is a disagreement, the crew should still treat the situation discreetly and politely. Businesses need to learn consumers have power. Kindness goes a long way, and that most people turn to social media to read reviews. That a bad review can make or break their business, and that social media can be used to grow their business or do the opposite. What appears abnormal yesterday is normal today. Social media and marketing is everywhere. At the end of the day, Ben and David were paying customers in the yacht club just as well. So they should have had the right to take pictures like the other passengers, as long as they were discreet and didn't harm any other customers. Having said that, a cruise is not a place where you would reasonably expect complete secrecy and privacy. Social media is everywhere. If you go on a cruise and leave your cabin, you're probably gonna end up in a photo on someone else's social media page. If the cruise line is going to implement some rules or policies, it needs to apply it to everyone, not just the two people, particularly those who actively go out their way to do honest reviews and not to intrude in other guests' privacy. A full shutdown of guests taking pictures and video seems dramatic. Another question that is being overlooked is, why did the crew suddenly become so hostile towards them? The factors to consider: they were told they couldn't film with an iPhone like other guests were allowed to. There were hostility coming from the crew. Corporate speaks after the fact, yet still failed to give a legitimate explanation as to why. Even a guest complaint should not have triggered the staff in harassing paying customers. Some folks on social media are saying MSC was perhaps trying to silence Ben and David due to a past negative review. The goals of any cruise reviewer or influencer or blogger is to review, compare, and give expert advice and information to passengers, and to do so in a balanced way. Do you believe the cruise line was perhaps scared or intimidated by their honest reviews?
So, that
That little piece of flotsam plankton thinks he can stay open longer than me, does he?
Sure. I don't know. Why not?
Well, he's wrong!
Instead of thinking a legitimate complaint can help the cruise line better service their customers, address customers' concerns, while giving themselves a better rating, Ben and David paid over $5,200 to take that MSC cruise. Rightfully so, Ben and David were hurt and shaken by the treatment they received. Thousands of guests have expressed they see why. In the end, the situation needs to be fixed by MSC. Perhaps this would have been a different outcome if MSC could have easily said, "Hey, we received a complaint about you recording. However, you can continue to record. Just please make sure that there isn't anyone else in the shot or try not to disturb other passengers." That's not a difficult conversation to have. I hope this situation could be worked out by MSC management, and David should be seen as an ally, not an enemy.
Marie, now just stay calm. Stay calm. Just don't look down. Don't look down. Look up. Just keep your eyes up and keep them that way, okay? Waiter?
What? That is totally unfair!
Squidward's right. That's totally unfair. Couldn't we get to work earlier than 6 a.m.? Like 5:30 a.m.? Or 5 a.m.? Or 4 a.m.?
There are snails on her plate. Now get them out of here before she sees them. Look away. Just look away and keep your eyes that way. You would think at a fancy restaurant like this, at these prices, you would be able to keep the snails off the food.
What are your thoughts on this situation? Are you team Ben and David?
He doesn't realize he's dealing with sophisticated people here.